Hello my dear friends, I am Jyotirvid Pavan Kumar. Let us in this video talk about this life, art of living. Well, the true art of living is not just following some cult, joining some organization, learning few techniques, breathing techniques or certain techniques they have devised. Rather, the true art of living, you don't have to go anywhere to learn it. You can learn wherever you are by just keeping an open mind, by just living with nature. Now, what do I mean when I say living with nature? By living with nature doesn't mean that you have to go away from cities, your domestic life, and live in a forest or in some place in Himalayas. That doesn't mean that. Wherever you are living, whatever responsibilities you have, whatever source of living you have, whether you are in service or you're doing some kind of business, doesn't matter. Whether you are a student, you are a grown-up person, whether you are an elderly person, doesn't matter. You are never late to learn the art of living. And the art of living, so many things. Live simply and don't have any wrong notions about yourself. You are what you are. Don't try to pose that something which you are not. Be true to yourself. Have faith in yourself. And try to be contented in whatever you have. Always you can put efforts to progress. There is nothing wrong in that. If you are prosper, you can look forward to more prosperity. But in absence of contentment in whatever you have at certain point in time, without that feeling of contentment, you will never be satisfied, because there is no end to desires. So you have to limit your desires. And also accept the verdict of the divine. Now what does it mean? Bhagavad Gita also, there is a shloka, and I have made a video on that also. It says that you have a right to your actions, but not to the fruits of your actions. Now here the word right means that in Sanskrit, whatever the word is, that actually means that you have no control over the results, because there are so many factors. Lot of things you have planned before coming to this earth, before incarnating on this earth, before your birth. You have planned so many things, and the conditions for fulfilling those experiences, for having certain experiences, you have also selected the conditions, which could be bad conditions, which could be good conditions. Sorrow and suffering also, it has been planned in order to have some experiences. You cannot have certain experiences in comforts. You need to pass through sorrow and suffering, pain. That teaches, that is a good teacher. We are talking about spiritual learning, right? So sorrow and suffering has a great meaning. Difficulties, obstacles, they all mean something, and a lot of these are pre-planned. So the art of living is to try to understand the purpose of life. You can undertake some study, follow someone, and if that source of information is unable to satisfy your mind, your questions, then you move on to some other source. But for those who are not prejudiced about the great Lama Tuesday Lobsang Rampa, I say that he is the best source. But it all depends upon whom you want to follow. Follow someone till it satisfies your whatever you are seeking. Otherwise, you can move to some other source. There is a lot of information. Authentic information is available. So start your journey. Live with nature. Live a simple life. Right? Give attention to whatever you eat, your diet, which is important. Don't go after junk food. That is going to spoil your physical health, which will affect your mental health as well. So spare some time. Doesn't matter how busy you are. Everybody these days is busy. But even the busiest person on this earth can spare at least 15 minutes or half an hour for self, for study and practice, meditation, breathing exercises. Live with nature. Okay? So if you keep an open mind and side by side, you are doing whatever the responsibilities you have, and side by side you give some time to spiritual study and practice, and don't pose someone which you are not. Be simplistic in thought and action. Be contented. So that will be the true art of living. Life has a meaning. Don't waste time. You have an opportunity while you are living in this physical body. You have an opportunity to unravel the mysteries of life, the purpose of life, what lies beyond death. Now for elderly people, I meet so many elderly people of my age or older than me, and most of them are sort of depressed. They are not very happy. They are either busy thinking about their past life or about their future. They are not satisfied. They are not contented. And this last phase of life is very important. You need to learn. You need to expand your consciousness, improve your awareness through study and practice. Breathing exercises and meditation will help you, because after leaving this physical body, see, everybody who is living on this earth has to face death at certain point in time. It is truth, right? So you have to learn to know what is going to happen after you leave this physical body. This information, authentic information, is there. And Tuesday Lobsang Rampa is the best source. I don't find any other sage or even avatars who have dealt with all these spiritual matters in so much detail. People have failed to explain, describe astral traveling, what happens after death. Lobsang Rampa had great spiritual powers. He could go to any dimension at will. He could access the this Akashic record, which is record of everything which is happening on this earth to each individual, and he had permission, divine permission, to look into this Akashic record at any time, and he has described throughout his 19 books what exactly happens after you leave this physical body at death. You need to prepare for that. You need to prepare for that. So all elderly people, they have this opportunity before they die. They must do study and practice of meditation, breathing exercises, and study and try to have authentic information. What happens after you leave this physical body? You are going to be there. You are eternal. Your true self never dies. So my dear friends, life has meaning, and don't waste time. In addition to your own responsibilities, everybody has some responsibilities in life. In addition to that, you start serious spiritual study and practice. It is going to help you in future. Thank you for watching.